This is Josh here from Inside Wrestling Truth. I hope everybody had a wonderful Father's Day. I just got done watching San Antonio Spurs dust the floor with the Miami Heat. LeBron next Jordan? I don't think so. I mean, the man's lost more championships than he's won. But really what this video is about here today, we're going to take it back to 1991, Halloween Havoc. This is Halloween Havoc 1991 review. This was a very, very strange and eerie and kind of silly event. But let's get right on into the review here. It's called the Chambers of Horrors, Halloween Havoc 1991. We start off, Eric Bischoff's out in the parking lot. You know, he's interviewing people like Diamond Stud, DDP, a bunch of guys, you know, really silly, really, you know, I guess to try to get the show going. Then we have the Chamber of Horrors match, which is, for you new school fans or for people that's never seen it, it's really goofy and, it's really hard to believe that this could happen, okay? It's two teams, 4-on-4, and the only way to win is you have to put your opponent in an electric chair, climb up the ring, and grab the lever and pull it down. In this match, we had Sting and the Steiners and L.A. Gante, Jack Gonzalez, versus Abdullah the Butcher, Vader, Diamond Stud, who was Scott Hall, and Cactus Jack. This match was okay. Just a lot of too much stuff going on at one time. You know, they lower the electric chair, so they really have to wrestle outside around the ring. So there's not a lot of, it's just pretty much of a brawl. And then, you know, if I remember correctly, Rick Steiner was in the chair, Mick Foley's going to climb up to pull a lever, and Rick Steiner hops out of the chair, and the Steiner Brothers put Abdullah the Butcher in the chair, and Mick Foley electrocutes Abdullah the Butcher. So the Steiner Brothers, Sting, L.A. Gante get the win. I gave it 3 stars out of 5. I thought it is just too much going on there, in my opinion. Then we go to the Southern Boys interview. They pretty much talk about, you know, how WCW's forgot about them and they deserve title shots, stuff like that. Then we go to the Creatures versus PM News and Big Josh, who was Matt Bourne, Doink the Clown. This match was absolutely horrible. There's nothing to talk about. I gave it a star, to be just 1 star out of 5, just to be nice. It was just, wow, whoever came up with this idea was just stupid, because this was just a horrible, horrible match. I think I'd rather watch grass grow than watch that match ever again in my life. Then we go to a match, Beautiful Bobby Eaton versus Terrence Taylor, or Terry Taylor, Red Rooster, whoever you know him as. In this match, his name was Terrence Taylor because, you know, he was in the York Foundation and all the guys changed their names. But this was a pretty damn good match. At this point on the event, it was my favorite match. I gave it 3.5 stars. Bobby Eaton, you know, he picks up the win. Pretty good match in my book. Then we go to Jimmy Jam Garvin with Michael Hayes in his corner versus Johnny B. Bad with Teddy Long. We all know Johnny B. Bad was Mark Merrow. This match was also not very good. I gave it 2.5 stars. There's really not much to talk about there. Johnny B. Bad picks up the win. Really not a whole lot to talk about. Now, one of the best matches on the night is our next match, and it's for the television title. It's a 20-minute time limit match. It's Stunning Steve Austin versus Dustin Rhodes. Just an amazing match. They go the whole 20 minutes, back and forth. Great psychology. It goes to a draw. I gave this match overall 4 stars. Very, very good match. If you can get on YouTube or you got Halloween Havoc 91, or go watch it, go look it up. It's a really, really good match, and I really enjoyed it. Then we just get into dumb matches that I'm not really even gonna make my opinion on them because they're pointless. We have Oz, who was Kevin Nash, versus Bill Kazmaier. Just horrible match. 2 really stiff dudes at the time. Oz was really green, and I'm not talking about like his outfit or anything. I'm talking about like he needed to go back to the power plant or wherever he trained in the territories, whatever. This match was horrible. I gave it 1 star. Then we go to the next match. We have Van Hammer versus Doug Summers. This was a squash match for Van Hammer. I gave it 1 star. Then we go to a match for the light heavyweight title. We have Brian Pillman versus Richard Norton. He was Richard Morton because he was in the York Foundation. You know, for years everybody knew him as Ricky Morton. He, you know, the whole story behind him joining the York Foundation was Robert Gibson blew out his knee, had to take some time off, so they had to put Ricky Morton somewhere. So they put him in the York Foundation as a heel, as Richard Morton. But this match was awesome. I mean, anything you want in a pro wrestling match was there. I mean, they could both move, they could both work, they could both tell a story. They, you know, Ricky Morton was the heel. He had the heels going, the fans hating him, and Pillman was the face, and he had the fans loving him. Just a great, great match. I gave it 3.5 stars. Then we go to another goofy match. Z-Man Tom Zinc. I don't know if any of y'all remember him. He wrestled in the WWF first. He was at WrestleMania 3, I believe. It really don't matter. But it's Z-Man Tom Zinc versus the Halloween Havoc Phantom. This guy had a mask on. He had like a bodysuit on. But you could tell who he was from his mustache and his finishing move, the neck breaker. This was a squash match for the Phantom. I gave it 2 stars though. Then we go to a tag team match. We have the Patriots, Firebreaker Chip, and I can't think of the other guy's name, versus the Enforcers, Arn Anderson and Larry Zbyszko. This match was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and the Enforcers will hold on to the titles. I gave it 3 stars. Then we're headed towards the end of the show. Eric Bischoff's out on the ramp and he interviews Paulie Dangerously. And then the Halloween Havoc Phantom comes out. He takes off the mask and it is ravishing Rick Rude. Rude pretty much, you know, has came to WCW to put Sting, you know, put Sting in the hospital, just in Sting's career, which started a feud between Sting and Rick Rude. I did like that. I thought it was pretty cool. Then we go to the match of the night. 2 out of 3 falls. You have Ron Simmons with Dusty Rhodes in his corner versus Lex Luger with Harley Race and Mr. Hughes. This was just a killer match. Luger went over. I've said it many, many times before. I think Ron Simmons is one of the most underrated wrestlers ever. It just showed in this match. He even made Luger look like $1 million, and Luger walk out with the title. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. This has been my review on Halloween Havoc 1991. We'll have more interviews coming for you tomorrow. Look for the real deal, Derek Neal. Die, Dookie, die. Peace.